Hello and welcome. Here's one that applies to us all. Yes, tips and tricks to save money. Whether you are an avid investor or just a frugal saver. Here are expert financial frugal living money saving tips. They are daily habits that allow wealth builders to save thousands all through the year. Imagine being able to save thousands of dollars to invest for the future and build wealth. These are strategies to help you save money. You want to try some of this so you can have money to invest. These are not extreme gross cheapskate. These are unique practical things that you and I owe to ourselves to do. If the pandemic has taught us anything, it is how much we'll like to work less and have passive income just roll in. Well, the news is, you can't be financially free and genuinely build wealth if you frown at any of these unique money-saving tips. Warren Buffett is still a frugal man even when he has billions to buy what he wants. Remember, the goal is to find 2 to 3 of these that you can try that is a balance between value and time saving. The goal for 2022 is to save money like there's no tomorrow, so that we can invest it wisely. Imagine all those stories and articles you hear about how I paid off $20,000 debt in 1 year, or how I became debt-free in 18 months. Most of those stories are true because the people had one thing in mind: to get out of debt no matter what. They couldn't have done this without being frugal. Join me in this journey, and let's save money. Go through the list and pick from it what you may and toss the rest. There are so many nuggets here, and you will love it. Some of the points have many points nested in them too. We did that so we don't have fillers in the points. This is indeed the best list you will find out there. These tips are in no particular order. Please note that some of this we practice in my family and some we are just getting into. Let's get to it. Number 1. Have a budget. The bedrock of having a great financial future still remains to have a good budget. You can't be good with money and save unless you budget. On a high level, budget allows you to know how much you spend and how much you save. Number 2. Leave below your means. Try to spend less than you make. Look at your budget lines and make sure you spend a lot less than you make. Number 3. Have a very low spend or no spend challenge. We want you to pick a calendar for 2022 now and mark the weeks that you plan to do no spending that week. Out of the 52 weeks in a year, you want to have a few where you promise yourself that you won't do any major spending. Have adequate insurance. We've said this in previous videos, but we can't stress how important this is. You must make sure you have adequate insurance even if you think you don't need it. No matter how we are careful and stay safe, stuff still happens, and you always want to have insurance for when you need it. Take it a step further and get umbrella insurance. Number 5. Shop around for auto and home insurance. You need to do this at least once every 3 years. If you haven't shopped around for insurance and successfully switched in the last 3 years, there's no doubt you're paying too much. My wife and I have good driving records and no insurance claims. Even with that, the insurance premiums on auto, home, and investment property didn't stay the same. Even with loyalty, the premiums still go up. The insurance company obviously doesn't care about loyalty. The new insurance you switch to most of the time will bring you on cheaper for the first couple of years. Number 6. Do a subscription purge. Magazine and newspapers should all be cut. They've made enough from you and you've been a loyal customer enough. If the magazine isn't free, you shouldn't be getting it in your mail. Any magazine you need to read are free at the library. Go to the library. Most magazines' articles can also be found online somehow. Number 7. Just because you can afford it doesn't mean you should buy it. You need to be intentional with everything you buy and what you spend money on. It needs to serve a purpose. You shouldn't buy items because you want to have it as a collection. That's just money losing value on the shelf. Number 8. Always know that no one is looking. The moment you accept this, your life will literally change. We are all on our individual journeys. No one cares what you wear, have, or do. Most people are just trying to get through the day. Just how we were trying to get through the pandemic. Number 9. Replace, don't add. Do you already have blue bag or a black top? Buying another or adding to it will only clutter your wardrobe and fill up the space. Remember, you only need one, and you can only wear one at a time. Do a closet declutter before you press order on that expensive item. Purge and declutter your closet every now and then. It cleans up the space and reminds you of what you already have. Contrary to what we want to believe, that we remember every item we have in our closet, it is never true. No one can declutter a large space without a haha moment, or a there you are moment, or wow, I forgot I had these. Number 10. Sleep on an item before you buy. Leave it in the cart overnight. Here you are doing two things. You are sleeping over the item to see if you change your mind overnight. Is it really needed? Can I really afford it? How much working hours does the item translate to? The second reason you leave the item in the cart is to see if the vendor will reach out with discount codes. Some do, after they notice you didn't go through with the purchase by leaving it in the cart. Remember, it is in their interest for you to commit and press the final order button. Number 11. DIY. This stands for do it yourself. Be willing to troubleshoot issues before you call a repairman. You are going to have to call them anyways, so what do you have to lose? Instead of freaking out that your dryer no longer works, look at the issue. Google it. Kick it if you will, but at least look at it before you call the repairman. Remember, in this day and age of labor shortage, repairmen are not easy to come by these days. And if you come by one, it isn't going to be cheap. YouTube University is real and can save you thousands. There are so many other things you should be able to do yourself. Cut your own hair. Mow your own lawn. Do you own nails with your girls? Swap out your own headlights. Learn how to plait your daughter's hair. Change your light bulbs. Fix your own watch. Stitch your own clothes. I have switched out the module in a dryer. I switched out a burnt range burner. I have switched out a burnt range knob. I've swapped out the battery in my laptop. The list of what we ought to be able to do ourselves goes on. There's a reason why Home Depot sells these parts directly to consumers. It is fun to do them. They expect us to do it. It is simple. Watch a YouTube video and give it a try. You have nothing to lose, but you will save thousands in a year by trying these things. See what we did there? Instead of listing all of these as individual items each, like most articles, we gave it to you as one main point. No fillers in our videos. We've got you covered, and in this video we have so much more to cover. So let's move on. Number 12. Stay home more by remodeling your favorite space in the house to make it a place you always want to be. The issue most of us have is that we don't like our home or certain part of it, and we always believe going out will help us escape. This could be taken care of by remodeling it to what you want it to look like. You can do a DIY remodeling project, or get a professional. It's your home, and it should be clean and cozy as you want it to be. Also, fix what is broken in your house. If it is broken, it is causing you money. A broken appliance is probably hogging power that is not usable. Let it bog you that it is broken so you can fix it. Number 13. Coffee and tea. You have to make these things at home. You can make them 20 cents or cheaper. You have to learn how to make this item that you consume most in your house. If you are a coffee drinker, then most of the coffee you consume should be made. If you are a tea drinker like me, you should be able to make most of your tea at home. Number 14. Paper plate and bottle water. Reuse paper plates if it is still clean. Use bottle water more than once. Pick up a refillable water bottle. And if there's water left in it, repurpose it. Use it to water your plant or wash your hands. Number 15. Get an air fryer or crock pot slow cooker. Just got an air fryer a year ago, and every time I use it I ask myself, what in the world have I been thinking? It helps you limit the time at the kitchen. It also prevents you from firing up that big oven every time you want to bake or cook something. The crock pot is so good that you can put all the ingredient in the pot and schedule it to cook at certain time by the time you arrive home. Some of the most advanced crockpots now have the rice cooking function. Every household should have a rice cooker. It just saves everyone so much money. Number 16. Cooking and meal prep. You have to learn how to cook at least one of your daily meals. Make it a point of duty that one of your meals is something that you cooked. The other day I took fried rice to work that I cooked myself. I looked up the recipe on YouTube. You need to be able to cook and meal prep. Meal prep encourages you to take your lunch to work at least 3 to 4 times a week. You can splurge a little on day 4 and 5 because there's no doubt you will probably be tired of home-cooked meals at the time. Do you know that being so busy at work makes a small bowl of home-cooked meal look like a $200 meal when you get to it after working hard for hours? This also helps you reduce driving or going to a deli from your work to go out to lunch, hence reducing unforeseen risk and thus saving money. Preventing risk is a powerful money-saving trick. We just don't appreciate it enough because it's always hard to quantify the savings. And have you noticed nothing is cheap at the cafeteria these days? Take your lunch to work. I have a wealthy coworker that brings lunch to work and he has so much assets. Number 17. Have one member of your family be a specialist of at least one food the family likes. For instance, in my family, my teenage daughter can make some fantastic chicken wings and fries using the air fryer. My wife makes the constant staples such as soup, meat and vegetables, and I cook the fried rice and beans. And my younger daughter is into baking pastries that are good as breakfast with a simple cup of tea in a morning or as a late-night snack with milk or juice. Imagine if you can get one family member each to at least make their best dish in bulk at least once every 2 weeks. Cooking in the family is not only for the mother or the father or one person, it is for everyone to do. Number 18. Practice almost zero food waste. I can't help but tell my kids how much hunger and food insecurity is in some part of the world. There are families that are burdened about where their next meal is going to come from. It behooves us to think about this before throwing that perfectly good food away. Reciting the world food insecurity at least makes the children think twice before throwing away food. If you cook too much, have some measures in place that will help you preserve the food until the next day. Number 19. Learn to go to consignment stores, thrift store, OfferUp or Letgo or Facebook Marketplace. There are so many amazing things you can find at the consignment store. It is particularly a gold mine when you go in the first few months of the year, January, April, after the major wave of donations from previous December have been put on the shelves, and you are guaranteed to hit a jackpot. Number 20. Always check coupons. Do you know Warren Buffett still clip coupons? He's a billionaire and he clips coupons, and so should you. Check for coupons or sales paper before going to a store. Like we say here at Wealth Listicles, any coupon you know about and fail to present at the time of buying or ordering is money left on the table. Find and use coupon codes if you are buying online. Number 21. Always compare prices before you buy. It will only take you a minute. And good shopping platforms can help you look for the site that has the lowest price on the item you have in mind. If anything, just check to make sure you are not paying too much for the item. There's fun in comparing prices. I get a kick out of knowing that I at least checked the price before buying. Number 22. Shop online with rebate sites. I have several of them available. I check and compare which one has the highest deal for the store I want to shop in, and then I punch out to the store from the site. I have BeFrugal.com, I have Retoken, and there are others. Don't leave money on the table this holiday season. Number 23. Try out Groupon or Living Social's website. Groupon has 115 million subscribers, so something has to be right. I have gotten deals for massages and other deals on the website. Living Social is a similar one. Most items you can gift anyone are on Groupon. Number 24. Sell what you don't need. Have some valuable things around the house that you don't need? Sell them. Closet purge comes to mind here again. Have some designer shoes or bag that you haven't worn in 1 year. Chances are you are not going to wear it in another 1 year. Consider selling them. The cash can be used to buy dividend-producing stocks that would pay you monthly or quarterly dividends. Number 25. Sharpen your negotiation skills. See an open box item at the store, or an item that is missing a piece you can easily wear as is, then ask for a discount. Anything can be discounted, but you only increase your chances of getting that discount if you ask, and if you have good negotiation skills you may get it. Number 26. Buy in advance. Looking at the cruise for the family or kids for next year? You have to buy now. The earlier the better the deal. Want to do a Disney trip with the family next year? You had better have been shopping for a deal months ago, if you want to get early bird deals. Once we move over to the new year, everyone with a trip in the horizon will start looking. This goes for airline tickets too. You can't wait the last minute and think you aren't going to pay a premium. So shop in advance for any trip. Study has shown that you get a better deal if you shopped and paid for the trip in advance. Number 27. Learn the simple things about your car and your house. The other day my headlights went out on my car. I drove to AutoZone and bought new ones and replaced it. This is not a matter of is it worth my time to do it. Yes, it is, because I was in and out of that place within 15 minutes with a new light installed. This couldn't have happened at the dealership. You will have to invest and lose several hours of waiting if you take this simple job to the dealership. It is not beneath anyone to do things like this. I always say, learn to weed out the simple stuff. Number 28. Find something around the house you can do that burns calories and get things done at the same time. I mow my own lawn. And I sweat when I do it. I like to call it killing two birds with one stone. Number 29. Think hours on your money. Think about how many hours you'd have to work to get the price of an item. If you make $25 an hour and you want to buy a pair of shoes that cost $250, think about how many hours you have to work to get that $250. In this case, you have to work 10 hours for that shoe. Is the shoe worth 10 hours of your life that you have to work for it? Number 30. Get a shower head with hot water sensor. Does it take forever for your hot water to come from the water heater in the basement to the top floor? Use a shower head that has sensor to temporarily shut off when the water is warm after you put it on to let the cold water come out. You limit water waste and hot water loss by using low shower head or low faucet. Take it a step further and collect the cold water that runs out into a bucket to use for other things. You can use the water to wash or flush the toilet. If the water is clean, it can be used for something. Number 31. Take timed showers. Time your shower and your brushing to reduce water waste. My daughter uses a 5-minute hourglass sand timer to time herself when brushing her teeth and when taking a shower. Do you have folks that take too long in the shower and bathroom in your household? Get them the gift of a 5-minute sand timer. Talking about saving water, wait till the morning to flush the toilet. That way you let everyone that pees during the night, and then you do one major flush in the morning. Remember the saying, if it's yellow, let it mellow? Have a small bladder like me? Provided it is not number 2, you don't have to flush after every bathroom visit. Working from home and you go to the bathroom often? Put in a few rounds of yellow in that toilet before you give it a final flush. Number 32. Get a programmable thermostat. This has saved me hundreds because it is programmed only to start working an hour before the family gets home. It is also programmed to shut down at night when the family retires to their rooms and everyone is under the blanket. It is also programmed to start up like an hour before the family wakes up in the morning. And after you set it, don't mess with it. Number 33. Get a library card for you and the kids. After realizing my second daughter is an avid reader and she goes through those books with speed, I had to take her to the library. The problem is she always wants to read hard copy. So library it is. And guess what? Libraries are now removing late fees for late returns. Library also have latest movies you can rent as well. Just add stopping by the library to the list of your errands on the weekend. Number 34. It doesn't have to be brand name or brand store. You don't always have to get brand name of everything. You don't have to always shop at a brand store. It doesn't have to be the most reputable designer. Here in the United States, dollar store have some amazing items for $1. Don't be too shy to go there and pick what you need. Party items, office items, cleaning items, candy for Halloween. This is the place to get them without paying a premium. Something as simple as a masking tape to hold a project together, or a pen to scribble with, or a safety pin to hold a dress together can all be found at all dollar stores. You can buy stuff on Let Go or OfferUp, especially if you just need that item once. Number 35. Clean out your dryer lint filter and tray every week. You need to do this as often as you do laundry. I do religiously every week when I'm taking out the trash. I have been doing this for decades. All I did is look at it as trash that needs to go out with the trash when I pull the trash. Not only will the dryer work optimally, you ultimately prevent potential fire hazard and the dryer vent from clogging up. Do you know that lint like this is highly flammable more than anything? It is dry and full of chemicals from all the detergent on the clothes. Please, if you take anything to heart on this list, please take this one. It is so flammable that some recommend it as the best fire starter for campfire. Yes, it is just that highly flammable. So if you haven't cleaned out this dryer filter in a long time, please pause this video right now and go and take care of it now, please. It is more dangerous than you think. Always clean out your dryer lint plate every week. Every dryer has a dryer lint filter or tray. Find yours. At this point, we'll like to ask you for a superb favor. This time, we are asking for you to share this video with family and friends. Blast it to that Facebook group you like so much. Share it on your favorite personal finance group. Share it to your family WhatsApp group. This particular video is dear to our heart because saving our hard-earned money is really within our power only if we can just practice some of these tips. Make this video a topic of discussion at the dinner table this holiday season. In addition, please like and subscribe. As you can see, we have nothing to sell you, but to give you these tips for free. However, we want you to please subscribe and give us a like. We'll give you a moment to like and subscribe. Thank you so kindly. Now let's move on and stop by the grocery store. Number 36. Pantry shop and clean out your pantry at least once every month. You want to get to the back of the pantry and see what you can throw into a meal prep or make a meal out of before they expire. If you can't use it, donate them before they expire. The food bank could really use most of the food we have buried behind in our pantries. I'm also guilty of this. I still have items we stocked up on from when we were scared of the pandemic. Have your little list advocate in the house help you with the pantry clean out. Teach the little one how to read expiration dates. This is also called shelf cooking or pantry clean out cooking. Some people call it pantry purge. Number 37. Most things you can buy at the store can be made. And can be made healthier and better too. Do you like that special McDonald's sandwich? Perhaps you should try making a version of it at home. My favorite McDonald's breakfast sandwich is the sausage egg McMuffin. After many trials and errors, I am now able to make a version of it that is always satisfactory and tastes as good especially when I don't want to go out. Try making something like it before deciding it can't be done. Number 38. Don't go to a store without a list. Please don't do it. Every household should have a list advocate. Introduce this concept to your youngest one. Have them be the one to write it. It controls your spending more than we can emphasize. These are the items you assign the bulk of your money to. Take it a step further and have your little list advocate audit you when you get home to see if you bought anything outside the list. Give them a prize for catching you and holding you to the list. Number 39. Look for low-cost grocery stores. Contrary to public opinion, Walmart is not actually the cheapest for groceries. You need to look for an ALDI or LIDL, or a Save-A-Lot, Publix, or Trader Joe's or whatever grocery store chain in your neighborhood. Don't forget to use coupon in this already low-cost stores, and also download their apps for more savings and rewards. Number 40. Never go grocery shopping when you have an empty stomach. It is very true. I've experimented and proved this concept several times, and it can't be emphasized enough. When you go to a grocery store with an empty stomach, everything looks and smells good, and you want to taste them all. Don't fall for this trap. I have made this mistake several times, and I ended up buying half a dozen items that wasn't on my list. Don't go to a store without having a meal or an healthy snack. Survey has shown that you buy more things than you plan to buy because you're hungry, and your appetite is running amok and everything looks juicy and inviting. Because you are hungry, you start to become a chef who wants to experiment as well, which makes you want to buy several ingredients for your favorite dish, all because you are currently starving. Number 41. Only go to the grocery store once a week. Limit your visits to stores. You don't have to go there every week. Take it a step further and go only once in 2 weeks. Don't rush in because of a sale. There's this sale, and there is bound to be another. Sales are basically based on one important fact: items that are not moving enough to catch up with the expiration dates. Meaning all these cream cheese hasn't been moving off the shelves, and their expiration dates are fast approaching. Hence the sales to encourage more buyers to pick them up. Number 42. Know when to go to grocery stores. I was telling my daughter about this the other day. You go on Saturday mornings and everyone, including their mama, papa, and grandparents, are there. The line looks long and crazy, like a presidential election's voting booth minutes before it closes. You waste time like this. Not to talk about that time one loses when looking for parking space whenever all spaces are taken. Time you could be using for something else. And time is also important to a frugal wealth builder, wouldn't you agree? You go on Sunday and Monday, well, then all the freshness are all gone, and you are left with crumbs and empty shelves and soon to expired items. So when is the best time to do grocery shopping? Try shopping on Thursday or Friday nights. This way, you give the store team Monday through Thursday to restock the shelf in preparation for the weekend rush. Get it? Number 43. Buy your produce and vegetables last when you go to the store. There's a reason why the stores put this at the very entrance of the store. Survey has shown that the colors from these fruits displayed strategically is like a magnet that attract customers and pull you in. Since your basket is new and empty at this point, you tend to buy more than you plan to buy or that you need. Had you noticed there is always a sale on the produce at the entrance? Yep, there's a reason for that too. To make you feel like you are getting a deal at the beginning of your shopping. Don't fall for the sale tags on the produce at the entrance. They are on sale because they want to move them quickly before they start to rot. Number 44. Check the shelf life of whatever you grab into your cart. They check the shelf life when they are putting it up and putting the ones that are expiring first in the front for us to buy first. You want to pick the one with the furthest day out. I try not to buy milk that expires in 5 days just because they put it in front. This is why I'm always reaching at the back to get the one with the furthest day out. Number 45. Always get a receipt at the counter. You can only prove that something's price is wrong when you have the receipt to prove it. A receipt you didn't collect can't help you when you question the fact that you spent too much that you budgeted for. Take this one step further and scan your receipt to the apps that gives you reward for showing them what you bought. You can scan it into the Fetch reward apps to get points that you can later turn into something. Number 46. Buy bulk. You can save money. There's a reason why Costco, BJ's, and Sam's Club exist. Sometimes there is nothing you can't get at some of these warehouse stores, and you always pay less than regular store. You are paying for the membership, so use it. Number 47. Try curbside grocery shopping. Yes, put what you want on the list, and have them bring it all to you at the curbside. It is easy and affordable, and it allows you to stick to budget. Just remember to tip the gentleman or lady that brings the groceries to your car. Remember, they probably picked it off the shelf, bagged it, and now they've bought it to you. That's more than what is in their job's description. I worked in a store in my early life, and it wasn't easy. So please be nice to them. Number 48. Have a small size garden and grow your vegetables. I don't do this, but I have a rich friend who does. She goes out behind her house and harvests these items. They are healthy and they look good. This will also help you lower your grocery bill. Like we all know, gardening could be therapeutic. Number 49. Find a farmer's market. You think you're getting a deal from your grocery store on produce? Then you haven't been to a real farmer's market. The produce from these places is a fraction of how much you will pay for them in your local grocery store. Take it a step further and find super farmers market with direct distributors. You'll be amazed how much you'd pay for a box of oranges or a box of tomatoes. Look for a farmer's market near you. Number 50. Have a light advocate in your home. We went over having a grocery list advocate. Here we want you to have a light advocate. Appoint one of your little ones to go around and make sure all lights are off. It is good training, really, to have them do it. It is fun too. You can offer rewards from the pantry if they find a light on when it shouldn't be. Essentially, any room without someone in it shouldn't have its lights on. So tell the entire family to never walk past a light that shouldn't be on without turning it off. Number 51. Going on a quick trip with the entire family? Unplug everything except your main necessary items. Of course, you want to keep the fridge and deep freezer on as well as the security systems and the accessories or peripherals it needs to keep your home safe and secure. But everything else, including those small alarm clocks, need to be unplugged. They are silent consumer of electricity. And if you have a dozen of items like this around the house just silently eating up your electricity, when you are away, it all adds up. Number 52. Don't ignore maintenance and check engine light on your car. If the check engine light is on, don't let it go on forever just because the car still runs. Like they say, be good to your car and your car will be good to you. Listen to your car, just like your stomach. If it doesn't sound like it should, be concerned and try to have it checked as soon as possible. This goes for all electronics or items you use. Be good to these things. Clean them out every once in a while. Be good to anything you own, and they will last longer. Number 53. Keep an eye on your tire pressure. I'm sure you've heard this several times. Bad tire pressure affects gas mileage. It has been proven over and over again. Make sure your tires aren't leaking air, so you can get the most mileage out of your gas tank on the trip. Number 54. Wash and detail your own car. The fact is, no one can clean your car like you will clean it if you care enough to clean it. Have you noticed that you still need to get your rag out and wipe a few spots after you drive out of the car wash? Make it an exercise and meditation job. You get to do something that will get the heart pumping, which is good. And if weather permits, it could be great outdoor exercise. Number 55. Live a life of contentment. Contentment is one of the amazing things in the world and one of the main lessons from this pandemic. Promote contentment spirit in your home. Teach your kids how we can all be content with the little we have. No one has it all, and we shouldn't thrive to have it all, but to have enough to live comfortably and work toward securing generational wealth. Promote contentment and have your family see how everything you have, especially the roof over your head, is a blessing. Things could be worse. Satisfaction helps fight the desire to compete with others. Be the one to help your family see that family and the fact that you have each other is the greatest gift and blessing. Everything else are just material possessions. You will literally save you and your family stress and money with this one. That's it. We can't list them all, but at this end, we like to call on all frugal money-saving experts to weigh in. Did we miss anything? Is there anything on our list you think we can add to take anything on the list further? Comment down below. We love to hear what you and your family are doing to save a ton of money. That's it for this video, guys. I hope to see you in the next video. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you know when we post another interesting finance video. Until next time.